So don't be discouraged, because they will say statistically that most writers make less than minimum wage in 1 year. That's true. I mean, there is no way around it. That is true. It takes time to build an audience. It takes a lot of time. It took Stephen King 10 years to really, go somewhere with his career. So, if you're lucky, it'll take you half that amount of time. You really have to love what you're doing. So, if you were looking to publish your first book and then quit your job, unless you had a rich relative who just died and left you a bunch of money, I strongly recommend you keep that job for now and work around your work schedule and your family schedule if you have a family, which I know is difficult to do. I am married with 3 kids and I work about 60 hours a week. I write every single day. How do I do it? You gotta wake up a little early, sacrifice some break times at work to get what you gotta get done. But it's worth it in the end, because you will enjoy the little rewards that come your way. When you do get some people that buy your book, when you do get a positive review, when people do start talking about your work, when you learn new things, when you add a little bit of something to your business. Because if you have to understand, this is a business. You run a business, and your books are your product. You're fulfilling a need. You're serving a purpose. You're entertaining or educating or inspiring readers. So that's your product. You have to treat it like a business, because that is one. If you want to treat it like a hobby, then you don't need to be watching this video. And good luck to you. It's great. I love people that just write as a hobby. I treat it as a business, myself personally. That's just the way I do it. You have to have a lot of patience. You have to have a hustle mentality. You have to be confident in your books. You have to understand that, you have to look at your books as one of the greatest reads ever. But you also have to be willing to take criticism and take a look at your own work from time to time. Establish a relationship with an editor and really listen to what they have to say. I have a very good friend of mine who's my editor. And he's given me lessons before that really that hit a little bit under the armor. But it's necessary in order to grow in your writing. You want to challenge yourself. One thing I would say, this is an opinion, but you really want to establish a certain stick to a certain particular genre, because fantasy readers and romance readers can be very different. I'm a crime writer. As you can see, all of my books are crime related. So, it helps me to maintain that identity. Now, some will disagree with me. There's people who have written in horror, finance, or I actually know one person who, a little bit different, but still, they actually write variations of classic literature, mainly Pride and Prejudice. They wrote a a non-canon sequel. They made it into a crime thriller. They made it into a fantasy. So a little different, but kind of on that way. You want to establish your identity and who you are and make peace with that. Then when you're further on down the road, then give it a shot at a different genre or a totally different story, an idea that you had. Once you really gain that following and you kind of want to give your readers a special treat. Otherwise, people really aren't going to know what you're all about. Like, you wrote a story about space aliens, then you wrote a story about bank robbers. Okay, where do I start? What else did I want to say? You really want to invest into your business. Business cards are one way. You And you can give those out wherever you go. You can drop them off on tables. You can go to bookstores. You can talk to, just, when you're at grocery store, give it to the clerk. When you're at a restaurant, give one to the waiter or the waitress. I had mentioned book signings. You want to do that because you want to show everybody that you're really willing to engage with your readers. How much time do I have? What was I thinking? And when you're there, you really want to sell your books. I mean, everybody knows you're there to sell, so sell. Be willing to talk to people. And it's hard. As writers, a lot of us we kind of live in our own minds, and it's hard for us to really talk to people. But it's worth it. Because you want to really know what your readers want. Again, if that's difficult, take baby steps. I mean, at this point, you've already wrote a book. So there's a lot that you can accomplish you might not be aware of. And when you add certain things to your business, when you start doing new things to really get your books out there, you're really going to feel proud of yourself. Like, okay, I built myself up. I'm learning something new. I'm improving every day. You want to set yourself goals every single day. My goals every single day, depending on my work schedule, like on my days off, I will write 1,000 words a day. I'll hit up 5 podcasts. I will do 4 TikToks that I will then share to all my different social medias, and I will do 2 social media posts in each of my channels, and I will also upload them to. I also upload a lot of my videos to YouTube as well. So every single day, it's a numbers game. I set my goal and I meet that goal. And sometimes I'll do even more, just depending on what's going on in the day. So do that for yourself. And it's something you have to do every day. Because, you know your book's great. But you have to let everybody else know that your book is great. So if anybody here has any questions, any advice, if they want to reach out to me, first off, please subscribe. You can comment on the video below, and you can hit me up actually on my email and on my website, jamesmichaelsbooks.com. My personal email's on there if you would like, because I write fantastic crime thrillers, these books behind me, right? They're all available on my website. You can click on them. They'll hyperlink you right to Amazon, so you can read the synopsis and the reviews and see if it's something worth picking up. Please do. I'd appreciate it. And yeah, I'm always willing to help out new authors. I've been down where you are. I'm where you're at now. You're not alone in this trip. I know it can be very frustrating. I've been there. I've had those months where I made no sales. That's hard. That really hits the ego pretty bad. I've had bad reviews. I've had people who, have tried to, reach out to me on social media only to try to scam me into buying some BS product to, get some fake book review or whatnot. I've been there. I've gone down several of those roads. So I'm there for you if you need me. Until then, good luck, happy writing. Good luck with your stories, and I will see you later. Bye.